Welcome back, everybody. I am excited about our lesson today. We are going to learn about ostinato and review a little bit about the four voices, the different types that we talked about last week. But before we do that, you should have just done your welcome song. So now we are going to do your brain break. I grew up listening to this song and this group. It is one of my favorites. I was a huge fan of Hanson. So you might be like, Miss Kaiser, seriously? But hey, this is what I listened to when I was in elementary school, and I will totally be singing in the background. And fortunately, it will probably noise cancel me out so you can't hear it. But enjoy Mbop.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, I hope you enjoyed one of my childhood songs. It's a fun one. Even if you didn't like it, oh well, I enjoyed it. So today, by the end of class, you should be able to say, I can recall information about our composer of the week, whose name is Claude Debussy. I can keep a steady beat and count our rhythms with the correct counting syllables. I can keep a steady beat and follow along with the dances we learn. I can define ostinato. I can create an ostinato, a rhythm combination for a song in a meter of 4, and I can play a 2-measure improvisation over an ostinato. We may not get to that today, it just depends, but we should get to the rest of it. So this is our composer Claude Debussy. There is his picture. He was born August 22nd, 1862. That means he would be very, very, very old. Just west of Paris, and died March 25th, 1918. So we are going to take an imaginary field trip to Paris. First, let us see where we live. Here we are. Zoom in. All right. We live here in Georgia, and we are going to take our imaginary field trip to Paris, France, where I would love to go, like right now. If one of you become famous and you want to take your music teacher to Paris, I'm totally okay with it. Just don't forget about me. All right, so here is Paris, which is in France. And you don't see a whole lot of green. You know why? Because it is a major city. It is the capital of France. And you can see there's like a river that goes through, and then buildings, 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 more buildings, and more. I wonder if I can type in the Eiffel Tower. Look at that. We can go visit the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Here we go. Look at that. Woo-woo. We are at the Eiffel Tower. Oh, I want to go there. Look at that. Oh, it gives us a little information. That's neat. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, guys. I love Google Earth. But look at that. We just visited the Eiffel Tower in Paris, which is where our composer is from. That is pretty cool. And as you can see, it's kind of like Atlanta or New York. It's a big city. That is so cool. And you can see it lit up there. So our composer is from Paris. I will stop being silly. Which, just to give you some perspective, because we had a composer last week from Austria and Germany. So here is Germany. Here is Paris, France. So they're right next to each other. Our composers the past 2 weeks were right next to each other. There's Italy and Spain and Ireland in the United Kingdom or England. Okay, so hey, we're all up in Europe this week. So if you wanted to travel to Paris, France, you would get on an airplane and fly all the way over here. Okay, so that is where our composer is from. He is from a major city. And it would help if I got my PowerPoint to play. All right, so he's a French composer. Again, composers make music for musicians, and he is known for his impressionist style. Impressionist means that they focus on the emotions of the music or the mood. So if it's a sad song, it should sound sad and make you feel sad, or if it's happy and joyful and light, it should sound that way and make you feel that way. His family had to flee from Paris during a war and ended up living with his aunt or aunt, however you want to say it. His aunt paid for him to take piano lessons while he was there. He was so talented, guys. At the age of 10, he got to go to college for music. That's amazing. He liked playing the piano, but he also liked composing music. So yes, he played the piano, but he liked making music for musicians more. And what's crazy, guys, he wasn't even famous until he was 40 years old. So he had to kind of wait a long time to become famous. So here is his piece. And what I love about this is you can see the actual music notes. This is what the pianist is looking at when they're playing, and then this is what their hands look like. And I think it's so cool. And I want you to listen to that impressionist style. Tell me, does it sound like it has emotion in it? Does it sound happy or sad? It should sound like snow dancing, which for me is very happy. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I need to go practice my piano after listening to that, but I hope you could hear, like, it sounded like snowflakes dancing in the air as they fall, and it was joyful. as much as I did. All right, so we got to do our vocal warm-ups. I really like this one because I really like the song Symphony, but let's do our vocal warm-up.
E, tempo. Un applause, everybody. Good job.
All right, I love that. That is so fun. All right, we got to do our rhythms. So again, we are on level 3. We've got those half notes. Those half notes are, it says ta. You can do ta, or I like to. Just make sure you're not going to, oh. It's not, it's 2 beats, but it's not 2 separate beats. Otherwise, that would be ta, ta. We don't want that. We want to hold it out. So we want to, okay? All right, make sure you are clapping or saying it. Remember, we've got a sh, we've got TTs, we've got to and ta, and then this right here, half rest, right? Half looks like a hat, so it gets 2 beats of shush, silence. So you got to and you got sh, sh. Okay, here we go. All right, let's just make sure we got this because it should be sh, sh, toe, toe, ti, ti, ta, sh, sh, ti, 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 toe, toe. Let's do that together, but a little bit slower. Ready, go. Sh, sh, toe, toe, ti, ti, ta, sh, sh, ti, 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 toe, toe. All right, you should be experts. All right, great job. All right, so we got to get down, whoops, we got to get down to some business and get some voices and review in. So again, do you know the different voices? We learned them last week. Do you remember? We've got bass, which is the lowest of the male voices, then tenor, which is the higher of the male voices, alto, which is what I am, and then soprano, which is the highest of the female voices. And today we're going to learn about ostinato. I'm going to come back to that actually because I want some help from Quaver. I do not like that it does that. Okay. So I want you to listen to this song, and I know you're going to be like, what in the world, Miss Kaiser? Just listen to it because we're going to use it again. Feel free to sing along if you want to. All right, in a minute, that's probably going to make more sense to you after we learn what ostinato is. So first of all, can you say ostinato? Say it for me. Ostinato. Awesome, and an ostinato is a short repeated pattern because an ostinato is a short repeated pattern, a short repeated pattern, a short repeated pattern. Do you see what's going on here? It's a short repeated pattern. And if you click over here, an ostinato is a short repeated pattern, just like this. It's repeating over and over again. So when we were listening to our, hey, Mr. Beat Boy, play that beat, that was our ostinato, one of our ostinato beats, right? You heard it over and over again. So we're going to learn a little bit more about ostinato. Okay, so we're going to make our own ostinato, our own short repeating pattern to the... All right, so that's going to be our background, but we need to make an ostinato or a short repeating pattern. So let's do ta, ti, ti, ta. Shh. All right, that's going to be our pattern. So ta, ti, ti, ta. Shh. Can you clap that with me? Ready, go. Shh. So I want you to clap that. It's probably going to noise cancel me out because that's what it does. But during this part of the music, I just want you to keep clapping over and over again. Ta, ti, ti, ta. Shh. Because remember, an ostinato is a short repeating pattern. It let me do it some for you. You could hear me playing it, but I just kept playing the same ostinato over and over again. Let's change our ostinato. Let's make it ti 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 ta ta. Say it with me. Tee, 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 ta, ta. Clap it with me. So the whole time while the music is going, all right. Tee, 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 ta. Tee, 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 ta, ta. Over and over again. Okay, here we go. All right. This time I want you to make up your own, so I won't put anything in here. You just take a minute and decide what you want, whether it's ta, ti, ti, sh, ta, or whatever you want. I want you to imagine you're able to click on what you want, make your own ostinato, which is a short repeating pattern, and clap it over and over again. Here we go. All right, so again, ostinato is a short repeating pattern. So I don't think it's going to let me improvise over you, but if we were going to make dance moves, let me see if it'll do this. It's not been letting me use my camera, which is super sad. So maybe you can see me like this. Okay, so if I was going to make ostinato movements, I would make up movements that are in a pattern. So movement would be up, up, out, out, wiggle, clap. So my ostinato would be up, up, out, out, wiggle, clap again, and up, up, out, out, wiggle, and clap. Okay, that could be your ostinato. Maybe your ostinato is swish, swish, disco, disco, clap, clap, dab. Whatever your ostinato is, it's the same movements over and over and over again. So I want you to create your own movements. Okay, that is a short bunch of movements that you'll do over and over again. Okay, so I'm going to play some music. I don't think it's going to let me do this, so I'm going to play some music and you do your movements with it. This is mine. All right, so did you see how I was doing the same pattern over and over again that repeated? That's an ostinato if we were doing it through movement. So now we're going to learn an ostinato song, which really made things make more sense to me when I was learning about ostinato. And I might skip a little bit through here because we know that ostinato is a repeating pattern. So we're going to learn the song. Okay. Oops.
My paddles keen and bright, flashing with silver, follow the wild goose flight, dip, dip, and swing.
All right, so that's my paddles keen and bright, flashing with silver. Oh, I messed that up. Flashing with silver, follow the wild goose flight, dip, dip, and swing. Sorry, guys, I messed that up myself. All right, now she's going to break it down for you so you can learn the song.
My paddles keen and bright,
my paddles keen and bright,
flashing with silver,
flashing with silver.
follow the wild goose flight,
Follow the wild goose flight,
dip, dip, and swing.
dip, dip, and swing.
Good. Now let's sing the whole song all the way through together. 1, 2, ready, go. My paddles keen and bright, flashing with dip, dip, and swing. Nice. Now the last phrase of the song, dip, dip, and swing, will become our ostinato. Remember, an ostinato is a short repeated pattern. Let's practice that ostinato 2 times. Oh, and let's also add a snap to the end to make it more interesting. Ready and go. Dip, dip, and swing. Dip, dip, and swing.
All right, now we're going to put it together. So the ostinato, which is dip, dip, and swing, snap. Okay, you're going to do that the whole time while she sings the melody or the main part.
Throughout the whole song. Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready? Ready and go. Dip, dip, and swing. Dip, dip, and swing. Night dip and swing. Right. The sheep is silver. Dip, dip, and swing. Light. Dip, dip, and swing.
All right. If we had more time, we would add instruments to this, but we don't today. So I hope now that when someone asks you what ostinato is, you can say, oh, that's easy. That's a short repeating pattern, and you were able to do it. So now you should be able to recall information about our composer of the week, Claude Debussy. You can keep a steady beat and count our rhythms with the correct counting syllables. You can keep a steady beat and follow along with the dances we learn. You can define ostinato, which is a short repeating pattern. You can create an ostinato or rhythm combination for a song and a meter, for which you did today. And we didn't get to play any improvisation, but that is okay. Well, actually, you kind of did. You got to make up your own moves. So technically you did. All right, so your assignment is to answer the exit ticket at the end of the learning path, or you can click directly on that on our music webpage where it says assignment. I hope you have a great week, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me.